Cast.
Well, for some, the morning got off to a very foggy start. Of course, portions of the Shenandoah Valley saw rain yesterday from showers and thunderstorms, and that with the clearing made for some foggy starts this morning. There's the foggy sunrise captured by Warren Fault there in Augusta County. Let's take a look at our highs today. This was day 6 of the ongoing heat wave, made it up to 93. Of course, it felt like it was around 100 or just a little bit higher. Again, most of the region still sweltering. We've got one more day before changes start to really unfold. Right now, you can see some rain-cooled conditions across portions of Augusta and Rockingham County in the 70s and 80s. Elsewhere, we're still in the 80s for the most part. Even some of those clouds from distant thunderstorms helping to cool down the temperatures as well. So here's a review over Doppler radar of the last couple of hours, and you can see kind of the nature of the erratic movement of some of this activity. Strongest activity still across northern Rockingham County, and earlier during the 5:30 hour, we had a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Rockingham, but this is some very heavy rain from the Folks Run area, Broadway, Timberville, down toward Lacey Spring, and then out toward portions of Page County. That's just slowly drifting off to the east at around 10. So if this persists too much longer, it could prompt some flooding. Here we go across portions of northern Greene into Madison County, basically to the west of Route 29, out toward Fletcher, Graves Mill, to the west of Kriglersville. Some downpours in progress there and some thunderstorms. And then just north of the city, we've got a shower in progress here from Ravenna down toward Hydraulic, along Prophet, out that portion of the county. And then here we are in the Crozet area with the shower in progress. So at least through sunset, this activity will still persist. Then there'll be a tendency for it to just weaken out, and we'll start to see some partial clearing here for the overnight. So temperatures will be in the low mid 70s, plenty muggy, plenty warm. And then temperatures here for Thursday. Once again, many of us will top out in the low 90s, few upper 80s north and west before showers and storms arrive. First alert weather day here for Thursday because of the potential of some flooding. Right now we're between marginal and slight for excessive rainfall. Some of these storms could still dump 1 to 2 inches in a short period of time. A little bit concentrated area for more excessive flooding across the Washington-Baltimore area. But currently we do have a flood watch for portions of the northern Piedmont. More counties may be added. That's the main threat going into Thursday. And then a marginal risk for at least isolated severe storms, those that produce some damaging winds, the other threat. So the morning hours start quiet, and then as early as noon, some of the storms are already going, and that'll continue into the afternoon. So any of those could produce some locally flash flooding, some isolated severe during that time period into tomorrow evening before things quiet down. And then on Friday, the winds will be out of the northeast. It'll be a much cooler day. It'll still be humid on Friday, but temperatures will be significantly cooler. But the weekend looks spectacular. Lower humidity, lower temperatures. We'll get rid of these soupy dew points in the 70s, replaced by numbers this weekend in the 60s and 50s. It'll feel much more refreshing. So we have a front that's across the southern Great Lakes. That'll continue to push a little farther south tomorrow to act upon this very hot and humid air mass. And then the front itself really won't clear the region until later Friday, but then high pressure will build in behind it out of Canada, and that'll make for, again, delightful conditions this weekend. And this ridge of high pressure that's been responsible for the big heat, that'll be suppressed farther to our south. So hang in there. Tonight then, after any shower or thunderstorm fades away, we'll have partly cloudy skies, some areas of fog, low at mid 70s. First alert weather day here for Thursday. Hang in there before the reward gets in here as we head into the weekend, which again, looking good. Probably the best we've seen since maybe late spring.